It's a job that he was selected to do, to make sure Cleveland streets are paved and passable.
But in response to our investigation into the city's streets and their quality, the chairman of the committee that is supposed to check over street conditions acknowledges that at times he hasn't.
Can you see where some people would be upset about that? They haven't had their streets done, and then they see the councilman.
Yes, I would see where some people would be upset about it.
The comment comes after our 5 on Your Side investigators found some council members and the mayor had freshly paved roads when so many others are in terrible shape.
Your 5 on Your Side investigator Jonathan Walsh joins us now live. And Jonathan, you talked with Councilman Ken Johnson about his role as chairman of this committee.
Yeah, and I asked him questions like, how did we get to this point with so many bad roads? What about that 2009 study that got way down into the streets and graded the condition of them? And what about streets of some of our city officials? Does it make sense to have 4 or 5 city leaders with their streets done while you have thousands of others in DNFs?
Let me explain how that actually happens.
Chairman Ken Johnson told me some councilmen had money stored up for streets before a recent rule said they have to spend their street budgets in the same year. He said they had to spend the money, and that's why their streets were done.
But they're choosing to spend it on their streets rather than some of their constituent streets.
Well, that I don't know. I mean, I have no idea because I don't keep up with that.
Is that something as the chairman maybe you should keep up with?
I don't think so because they're elected just like I am. And if they think that their street is worse than any other, who am I to judge that?
Again, he's the chairman. He also told me there's a new system to understand utility needs prior to paving. He said they haven't had that before.
You do a street, but then they have to come back and redo it a year later, 2 years later?
Yes, and that has happened to me several times.
So, for as long as the city has been paving streets and had indoor plumbing, plans for utility work ahead of time weren't known?
We didn't have that before?
No.
Johnson told me with the new street pavement condition study that comes out next month, he will sit down, go over it, and go out into the streets to inspect the accuracy.
That sitting down and looking at the list and going around and checking it, that never happened with the original 2009 study?
No, that never happened.
I also asked him that we've been paving roads in the city of Cleveland for decades, and here we are in 2016 with these kinds of issues. His answer, yep, it's a work in progress. I'm Jonathan Walsh reporting live here on the East Side, News Channel 5.